What's poppin', everybody? Cerebral Fire 4, and I'm gonna be looking at the Full Metal Wall Japanese mini set that it basically is out in Japan, and eventually it's gonna get released in English in the West, but probably bundled with one of our main sets or something. We'll see how they release it. So apparently this set is supposed to be like steel type, metal type themed, but I don't really see it. There's only a couple of metal Pokemon and a few metal support cards, but if there's one thing it has, I guess, is that it's the first set where it actually features Melmetal, the new Gen 8 Pokemon that's supposed to be a legendary. I'm not really that impressed by its design. The first form, the cute little form, looks nice, but then the jacked up form looks like some sort of transformer, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, an Autobot or something. But anyways, so we have a bunch of interesting Pokemon here, Tag Team GXs, starting off first off. So let's look at Furamasa and Buzzwole GX. So yeah, I almost forgot about this card. I knew of its existence when I did my Night Unison set, talking about Ultra Beast GX Pokemon, Tag Team GX Pokemon, and this is one of them. This is a Tag Team GX Pokemon featuring Furamasa and Buzzwole, but it is also an Ultra Beast, so that's very interesting. And it's got 3 attacks like all of them do. You have Jet Punch. This attack does 30 damage and 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So this is the exact same attack of Landora CX, of Buzzwole GX right now, but for grass. So that's pretty good. Good little early attack at the very least on a very big Pokemon. Then you got Elegant Soul for 3 energies. This attack does 190 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon's Elegant Soul attack does 60 damage, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. If you're going to use this attack, do 190. If you have a choice band on, that's 220. You get one-hit knockouts very easily, and you can play around this little condition without too much trouble. So another very good attack. And then its GX attack, it only costs 1 grass energy, but it always has that plus thing going for them since it's a Tag Team GX Pokemon. So if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by this attack, you take 1 more prize card. So this is a very good attack too. You use this on a very hurt dude, and you get an additional prize card. Doing 1 for 50, I mean, you can boost the damage as well. Fuck, this Pokemon is grass, so you can use it with the Lurantis that boosts grass Pokemon's damage and fire Pokemon's damage, the promo one. So already have a deck right here. And this Pokemon has at least 7 extra energies attached to it. In addition to this attack's cost, you take 3 more prize cards. So it probably won't be easy to put like 8 cards, 8 energies on this dude, but if we learned anything from uh, Wailord, is not completely impossible. I don't know how it's going to happen with the grass type. There's a few grass energy acceleration Pokemon, I suppose, that could help. But this is definitely a very good Pokemon all around. I mean, the HP is pretty good. 260 is much better than 240 that Gengar and Zekrom has. And I think Latias, they have 250, Latias and Latios. But yeah, it's just solid retreat cost for 260 HP. Just very easy to use, solid all-around attacks. Jet Punch, Elegant Soul. It's just fucking great, man. And it is an Ultra Beast, so it's going to benefit from all of the fucking Ultra Beast support. It can utilize Beast Energy as well. It can utilize all the other Ultra Beast resources. Of course, the cards that counter this Pokemon also work. Like, for example, Alolan Ninetales GX, using the GX attack and getting an instant knockout on a Pokemon like this and getting 3 prizes. It's something that's very, very huge. But, you know, that's how it is. You get the benefits and the downsides. Very good card, I think, though. It's going to be really, really good. Who knows, maybe Buzzwole is going to make another comeback. It's been kind of, I think fighting Pokemon have been kind of not as popular as of late. It seems that Lightning has taken over. It's actually kind of surprising if I really stop and think about it. I really thought that, you know, Buzzwole fighting was still going to be on top. It might be, though. Like, I need to check results on Pokestats and stuff, see how the tournaments are going, tournament results. Anyway, so first card. Then we have a Caterpie and a Butterfree line. Okay, and you've got pupate, if that's how you pronounce this word. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may flip a coin. If heads, you search your deck for a card that evolves from this dude, and you put it onto this Pokemon. So it's interesting. It's kind of like the old EV little ability where you instantly evolve. You flip a coin when you attach an energy, and if you get heads. This one, it just has the coin flip and not the energy part, so I guess it's balanced out. So if you get heads, you can easily evolve into Kakuna that way. Alright. These little bugs like Butterfree and we've got Beedrill now with the Kakuna. They always have like some ways to evolve instantly. Like we had the Metapod and the Caterpie and Flashfire that could evolve quickly too. But then the Butterfree is always ass, so it doesn't really matter. So Emergence. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, you search your deck for a Pokemon that evolves from this Pokemon, and yeah, it's this same thing. You can evolve into Butterfree. Okay, and what about you, Butterfree? Are you actually going to be good? So already not very good. 130 HP is it's basically DP's HP standard at this point. We've come so far ahead. You need to have like 150 at least. Or if you're going to have 140 and have free retreat, then maybe I'd give you a pass. But just 130 is not good enough. It just isn't good enough. There's the basic legendary Pokemon that just has start with 130. So it's got triple charge. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energies and put them on your Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, I see where this is going. And Solar Beam, just 70 for 3. I mean, now that I think about it, I think this Butterfree has been released before in a different set. So are they just reprinting it here? I don't know. I just feel like it's familiar. This shitty 70 for 3 attack and the triple charge. It seems familiar to me. I don't know. It's definitely not good though. Solar Beam isn't good. If you want to use this to do some energy acceleration to your Pokemon, there's probably better methods, to be honest. Especially considering you need to get heads on Caterpie and Metapod to get the Butterfree out. Okay, so not very good. As you would expect. Okay, next up we got the Tangela here. Tangle Drag. Switch your opponent's back Pokemon with an active Pokemon. Okay, what about you, Tangrowth? We have quite a few Tangrowth cards now. There's a lot of heavy rain and thunder going outside. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Let's see, Tangrowth, Bind Down. If any Pokemon can't retreat, you do 1 for 30. Alright. And Chloro Whip. This Pokemon has 2 grass energy attached. Heal 60 damage from it while you do 30. Okay, that's actually not bad. It's some very big healing. And we have a bunch of other ways to heal damage on grass Pokemon. From Shaman, from the Stadium. You have Leafeon GX2, maybe you can use. The only thing I don't like is the 130 HP. I mean, don't get me wrong, is solid for a stage 1 Pokemon. You can't really complain much. But I'm pretty sure the other Tangrowths have like 140 HP and shit at this point. You just gotta have it. You gotta have it on a stage 1 like this Tangrowth. So that annoys me a little bit. If it had 140 HP, it would have been much better. We have a lot of decent Tangrowth cards actually. It started with Burning Shadows, we got that one. I really wanted to utilize and I didn't manage to. Then we have the ones in, I think it was Lost Thunder. Yeah, it must have been Lost Thunder, not Team Up. And I think we have a few others that are really solid. And this one is also one of them. It's got some decent things going for it. I just really need to start trying out these Tangled cards, I think. Focus on them maybe more. Okay, Kartana. And your grass as well, I guess not metal this time. Daikiri, that's how this attack is called. Okay. Or Daikiri, however you pronounce it in Japanese. If you have 4 prize cards remaining, this attack does 100 more damage. So I guess you gotta have exactly 4 prize cards remaining. That's how I understand it. You're gonna do 130 for 1. Okay. And then false swipe. You flip a coin. If heads, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until they have 10 HP remaining. So, alright, that's an interesting attack. It's kind of like how the Eradicate from Boundaries Crossed used to work. This whole thing where you put damage counters until they have 10 left, and then you finish them off with something like Poison from Laser. Now, granted, this is a basic Pokemon, but it needs 3 energies to work, and it's a coin flip too. But I don't know, maybe people are gonna try this with one of the coin flip Victinis. Its HP is fucking low as fuck, with only 70. It does have free retreat at the very least, but it's frail, it's very frail. And it is also an Ultra Beast. Surprise, surprise. Alright, now let's get into some cool shit. We got Blastoise, GX here, the Squirtle, and Wartortle. So very interesting. Let's see if this guy's gonna work with the Team Up Blastoise. So Bubble on the Squirtle, nothing really spectacular. Nice looking art though, love it. Good background. Next up we got Wartortle, only 70 HP. Looking really slick here. This sort of interesting art, if I say so. And it got Solid Shell. Any damage to this Pokemon is by your opponent's attacks reduced by 20. I mean, yeah, but it has 70 HP, so I don't know. I think I like the 90 HP one. I don't know. I mean, Aqua Slash doing 60 for 2. Water. This Pokemon can attack on your next turn. Some big barrel shit here from Stormfront. I mean, it might be decent. I don't remember. I think the other Wartortle has 3 retreat. I need to check, but it might be decent too. It doesn't say it needs to be active, so I guess even if you have it on the bench, you can block damage. The only problem is that against things like the side of IGX, when they put damage counters on, they don't care about these abilities, so you'd rather have the 90 HP at that situation. We'll see how it goes. And now for Blastoise GX, what you got, my man or my girl, depending on what you are. It's got 240 HP. It's a bit disappointing. This is freaking Blastoise, defensive ass Pokemon. Should have had like 250, to be honest. But this is what you got. It got 3 retreat, weakness to grass. You got Solid Shell. Any damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's attacks is reduced by 30. Okay, now we're talking defense. So I understand why they gave it 240 HP now that I look at this ability. It's gonna block damage, and it really makes this Pokemon bulky. You put something else that blocks damage too, and it might make for a decent stage 2 tank, I suppose. When it comes to attacks, you've got Rocket Splash. Shuffle as many water energies attached to your Pokemon as you like back in your deck. This attack does 60 damage for each water energy returned to the deck in this way. Wow. So it doesn't ditch, it puts the energies in the deck. So if you shuffle back 3, it does 180. Shuffle back in 4, you get 1-hit knockouts and a lot of shit. And it basically has that potential. Obviously, it can work with the Blastoise from Team Up. I guess they do these sorts of little obvious synergies. It's good stuff. And wow, if I can fucking finally use this maybe with the Deluge Blastoise. I've been using that deck recently, and it's really hit or miss. Rayquaza is more reliable, Raybor, because you have the option to get 1-hit knockouts. But with this, it might be like a little deck. We might just see Blastoise uh, being used with the energy acceleration. Blastoise might be used with this guy, cause I mean it's kind of solid. I mean it's not super crazy damage output like Ultra Necrozma GX, but you have shit to work with. Uh, Attach a choice band or just discard the 4th energy. I think it's decent. It's basically it has the same damage output as the fucking Rayquaza from Dragon's Exalted, since I just mentioned it now. So not too great, but you know you got Solid Shell as well. And let's look at the GX attack. Big Geyser GX. Attach as many water energies in your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, it's not a very good GX attack because if you're going to use a Pokemon like this, you're obviously going to use it with the Energy Acceleration Blastoises or just something like that. You don't want to spend this GX attack and only get Energy Acceleration once. Because after you shuffle the energies back in the deck, you want to get them back again, right? You got to keep the energy acceleration going. So I don't like this attack very much. I mean, I guess you can use it if you maybe brought this guy out and you don't have anybody else out yet and you want to make like an emergency attack. But I really want to utilize my GX attacks and make something significant, like get a significant KO or get a really broken effect in. But I can see this GX attack being useful, I suppose. Maybe in some situations, if you have a bunch of energies in hand, you wanna attach them immediately. But thing is, you gotta remember they come from your hand. It's not even from the discard pile, and you spend your attack for the turn, so you're not even gonna be able to use Rocket Splash. So I don't dig it too much. It's a solid Pokemon though. Uh, if it comes out and I get it, I'll probably try it with Blastoise again. Alright, next up, we got some Slowpoke motherfuckers. So what you doing? Roll and that's it. Okay. Slowbro. Wow, they finally used this Slowbro concept art. It's been a long time since I've seen this. Definitely. It's got Yawn. Your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep. Okay, that's not good. Man, the fucking NK. That's a basic Pokemon does this. The same thing. You're not even gonna do like damage, like even just something like 20, and then you put the Pokemon asleep. That's weak. And Brilliant Gamble, you flip 3 coins, it's gonna do 100 for each heads. If all 3 are tails, you lose the fucking game. Oh my god. Okay, so a piece of shit Pokemon for sure, very risky. I guess you can try and use Victini with this. Hope to always get 2 heads and then you do 200 damage, get knockouts like that. But I mean, just use a Camerupt. I think there's like a Camerupt that does very high damage. It does like times 80 or something with the same energy cost. And there's other Pokemon that do this coin flip shit. There's no reason to risk it with this shit. It's obvious this Pokemon is like a gimmick, dude. Just for fun. I mean, the first attack is pretty shit. Brilliant Gamble. You lose the game if you get 3 tails. Yeah, don't use this competitively. Unless you really have got some balls and want to gamble. Okay, Pikumuku. Oh yeah. Yarn art, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Looking really cute, really nice. So call for family, you search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon, put them onto your bench. I mean, it's really rather sad. The Dunsparce from Celestial Storm, which is a throwback on the Sandstorm Dunsparce that was a very competitive Pokemon back in its day, hasn't done shit. I mean, I've wanted to use it myself, but I see that it's not very effective in most cases. And this, you just get 2 basic Pokemon. I mean, it's just that guy Dunsparce overshadows everybody else that does this call for family attack that needs an energy, and it's not seeing any play. So I don't know how this would. And you got surprised too. Play rock paper scissors with your opponent. We haven't seen this on a card in a while. Playing rock paper scissors. There's been a few cards before. And if you win, this attack does 60 more damage. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Some nice little fun kitty stuff with this. Fun little interactions. It's nice. I mean, I like effects like these, even if they kind of seem shitty. I guess it has that thing. It has this thing going for it, making it unique at the very least. I like that. Next up, we got Ekans and Arbok. You guys are so forgotten. They got a print in Shining Legends that didn't do anything, and it seems you don't do anything either. Let's look at Arbok. Arbok. 120 HP. Some nice little art here. Not a fan of this style very much, but it looks decent. You do Wrap 2, you flip a coin if heads, paralysis while doing 30, and then Heavy Choke. This Pokemon used Wrap during your last turn, 120 more damage. Okay, so this is one of those combo attacks where you use the first attack and then you use the second one, you get like a big effect. Kind of like the Superior that I used very, very long ago in the early days of my channel. Shout out to anyone watching since then. It hasn't been that long. It's like I've been doing this for what, like 2 years or something? 2 years and 2 years and 2.5 years or something. Anyway, but it's some solid damage, man. Like you're gonna do 170 for 2, and you know, couple that with the 30 you did on the previous turn. That's average on average, I guess, 100 for 1, and you've got that paralysis effect you might get lucky with on Wrap too. You know, it might not be too bad. It's a stage 1 Pokemon. It might be worth some trying out, some playtesting. It's a stage 1, so that's really important. The stats, the HP is very solid at 120, and you got that paralysis effect with Wrap. Heavy Choke is gonna do a lot of damage. That's before the choice band too, so maybe it might be a good little GX counter people won't think about. I kind of like it, to be honest. If I get it, I think I'm gonna try it. Let's hope. I always want to make many different decks, but I don't get access to the cards. And then the fuckers, when I make openings, want me to give the codes for free too. Yeah. So let's see, Zubat, we got Bite, and then a Shock. If your opponent's active Pokemon is Poison, it's going to do 70 for 2. Okay. And next up we got Golbat. Bite, 20 for 1, and Leech Life. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount you did. Does 40 for 3. What the fuck are these? Are like ponds or like bathtubs or whatever? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, let's see. Crobat. Okay, so this Crobat art really looks like the Unleashed Crobat, not the Prime, the other one that they included, the lesser one. It just gives me that vibe. It obviously, it kind of looks cooler, like high in the sky here, flying and shit. Nice. It has 130 HP and free retreat. It's been standard for Crobat for quite a while. It always has this kind of stats. But it needs to improve. You can't keep having like 130 HP. It was the Crobat Prime that had like 130 HP with free retreat way back in the day now, and we've come a long way since then. They need to have Pokemon. All of these stage 2s have better stats, not just a few with 150 HP, and then you give me shit like the Butterfree with 130 and this Crobat having 132. It does have the free retreat, but they've got to improve that HP on these types of Pokemon too. Like, I'm kind of sick of it. Gengar had 130 HP in Crimson Invasion too. They shouldn't do this. Okay, so Hidden Sound. Once when you play this card from your hand to evolve until your end of your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon will not be affected by damage or effects from your opponent's attacks. Okay, so strong ass ability. I wonder if there's an error on Cerebee's translation, because they do make these errors many times. But if this ability is right, then this is basically, you make this Pokemon invincible when it evolves. And you want to use it with scoop ups, Acerolas and shit, or whatever. Keep this effect going. And it's got severe poison, another typical attack on Crobat. You're going to do 60 damage for 3. Your opponent's active Pokemon is poison. You put 4 damage counters instead of 1. So it's kind of better compared to a few others we've seen. So in total, you're going to do 100 damage, and if your opponent's Pokemon sticks around, that's 140. And then by the end of your turn, it's going to be 40 more, so that's going to be like 180 damage if your opponent sticks around. So that's very high. Will your opponent stick around, though? That's the question. Hidden Sound is a good ability too, though, if it's correct. You got the handy Fighting Resistance too, you expect from Crobat, and being weak to Lightning. The stats are basically the same as Crobat has had for quite a while now, as I've said. Nice, good Crobat card though. I haven't seen a decent Crobat card in a while. There's been a few released, I didn't manage to make them work. The Crobat Break was ass, even though I spent my money to get it, buying those collections. We're fucking suckers like that. Pokemon Company. It's nice though. If I get this, I like to use it too again. You can use any energy to use the attack too, so we can use this Pokemon and combine it with a bunch of different techs, utilizing any type of energy, even DC. So it's good. Good Crobat card. Drowsy and Hypno. Haven't seen your asses in a bit too, I think. You got Hypnosis. Now see, this guy does the same thing as the fucking Slowbro, too. And we got Hypno, 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 Hypno. Inviting Pendulum. When this Pokemon is to be hit by damage from your opponent's attack, you flip a coin. If heads, you switch your opponent's active Pokemon. One of their bench Pokemon is to be hit. So does that mean you still get hit by the damage, or does it get blocked? I don't get it. It'd be good if it was like immune, and you force your opponent to switch. But to be honest, these sorts of abilities are very annoying. Like the, what were you called? That dragon Pokemon, Noivern, yeah. That Noivern that had this ability was fucking annoying. The same goes for that Cinccino that did that ability. I think it was called like Overcoat or something. I don't know. They are annoying. They can make for annoying Pokemon. And then Shake the Mind. Nice name. This attack does 30 plus 10 more damage for each card in your opponent's hand. I wish it was like, if it was one Psychic Energy or maybe even two, this might have been like a decent attack. But since it's 3, your opponent will need like 10 cards in their hand, and it's still gonna be ass damage. So not good. Not good at all. Maybe the ability is good if it blocks damage. If it doesn't block damage, then it won't be good. But I'd rather like it because I don't like this sorts of gamble abilities where if you get heads, no damage. Okay, Sandshrew and Sandslash. Let's see what you guys do. So the Sandshrew just does collect, draw a card. Okay, Sandslash. It'd be nice if they just occurred to me, but it'd be nice if they made like the Alolan Pokemon work with their original counterparts. Like if this Sandslash would work with the Alolan Sandslash, it'd be cool. I can use the one that draws cards. So you got serial swipes. You flip 4 coins. It's gonna do 30 damage for each number of heads. Is a decent multiplier and only 1 energy. So I guess if you, on average, you're doing 1 for 60. If you get more heads than that, then you're doing 90 or 120. Solid, I guess, but nothing that's gonna really break the game, really make this competitive. And then Sand Tomb, you do 90 for 3, and your offended Pokemon can retreat. So just solid stage 1 stuff, but not really enough to make it stand out. Like doing 90, like what the fuck? I think Gliscor from Guardians Rising, that one that I like, does 92 for 3. This makes it so you can retreat too. Solid, I guess. 110 HP, only 1 retreat, not bad. Geodude Golem and a normal Golem. Haven't seen you guys in a while too. Normal Golem. I hope it's good, but it probably won't be. It'll probably need like fuckloads of energy to work, and it'll be unplayable again. So this one, it doesn't seem to be doing anything special either. Geodude. We got Graveler. Nothing really spectacular either. And Golem. You've got 180 HP I can see, so that's a good thing. And yeah, as I thought, I see the 4 energies, I see the 180 and the minus there. I'm guessing it's probably going to be bullshit. So you got Steamroller, 100 for 3. This attack damage isn't affected by resistance. So I guess you can slap an energy in a DC and you can start at least making this attack. Nothing really too spectacular. Once again, it's not complete ass, but it's not really good either. And heavy ass slam. 4 energies, one of which needs to be fighting. It's gonna do 180. That's a good starting damage, I guess. And does 20 less damage for each, colorless in your opponent's active retreat cost. Okay, as I thought. So this means that Pokemon that have 2 retreat, you're gonna do 140. That's bad. Anything bigger than that, it's ass too. And even if you do like 160, that's still ass. So it's not good, man. It's not good. It doesn't look good either. I don't like this art, I have to say. The only good thing is the 180 HP, and it's wasted once again. It's this thing where they make a good thing, then make the rest shit, and then the Pokemon isn't good. Fuck. Fuck. Why? Why Nintendo? Hitmonop. So what do you do? So this is Hitmonop. They made like a Hitmonop and it's a basic Pokemon way back. Is this supposed to be like a basic too? It doesn't say evolves from somebody, so I wouldn't know. Anyway, so what you got? If you used Hitmonlee's special combo during your last turn, this attack does 60 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So I guess you gotta use it with Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee but not Hitmonchan. Okay, playing favorites. And spinning attack does 50. Just 50 for 2. But I guess you can use DC, so it's not too bad. Only 90 HP though. I think it's a basic. They printed some Hitmonops that are basics for some reason. I can only think of the Call of Legends one that comes to mind. It's either that or it was in an Undaunted. I don't remember. But when I opened the theme decks, there was a Hitmonop in, yeah, I think it was the Retort deck. So it must be Call of Legends. And it was a basic. So I think this might be a basic too. I don't see the little icon where it says evolve from Tyrogue or whatever. Yeah, actually when you think about it, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are basic Pokemon like every time. So this has always been a basic Pokemon, not a stage 1. So I've been going crazy. I've been saying some crazy shit here. It wasn't the damn, not even in the Wizards days. It's always been a basic Pokemon. So never mind the crazy shit I've been saying. But it seems to be only working with the Hitmonlee. You make this little combo, not Hitmonchan. I mean, I've always liked Hitmonlee better than Hitmonchan anyway, but normally they would include both of the guys. Either way, it's not that good. And we got Riolu. Just Riolu. This attack's damage isn't affected by resistance. There's probably going to be a Metal Lucario here. We got a Fighting Stakataka. Good shit. You got Stone Fence. If your opponent has 3 or less prize cards remaining, this Pokemon's max HP is 200. Oh my god, broken. This is going to be broken. You guys are going to see this Pokemon used as a wall, used in a lot of troll strategies, used for defense. A lot of shit you're going to see it being used. Coupled with max potions, of course. Tap down, flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Okay, so tap down is a useless ass attack. This Pokemon is going to be used for Stone Fence, that's for sure. Better count on that. And we got Lucario and Melmetal GX. Alright, so this is the original card that featured Melmetal, at least that got released in Japan. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of fly, Lucario here with Melmetal. But damn it, like this Melmetal definitely looks like some sort of Autobot transformer. I can't not have that thought. It's just the first thing that comes to my mind. It also has 260 HP, but it has 3 retreat and the psychic resistance. So you got Steel Fist. Search your deck for a metal energy and put it on this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck while doing 50 for 2. That's actually solid. Put a DC on, you can start doing 50 already, and you're grabbing metal energies from the deck too. So it's strong. It needs DCE too, but once again, DCE making an attack like this broken. Heavy Impact, 150 for 4. That's not good, but I guess it's the same as Venusaur, Tag Team GX, Celebi Venusaur. And then Full Metal Wall GX, the name of this set. It's probably going to change. Until the end of the game, all damage done to your metal Pokemon in play is reduced by 30. And if this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, discard all energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. I mean, it only freaking works with 1 energy, so that it's going to be an easy GX attack to use, and it's a very interesting effect because until the end of the game, so this is going to be, we haven't seen an effect like this, I think, since ever, basically, but it's nice. These effects that say until next turn or whatever, your opponent can play around them many times, but since this is until the end of the game, then no matter what your opponent does, all of your metal Pokemon are going to be getting 30 less damage. So I guess it is somewhat worthwhile to spend the GX attack, knowing that you get like a minus 30 throughout the whole game. Like if you just start with this, go with this attack, it might not be too bad. This is a metal Pokemon. You can use the frying pan, which is reprinted in this set too. You're gonna block damage, and you're gonna have some tank Pokemon going. And with an extra energy, discard all energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not bad either. You can make use of this effect too. So Heavy Impact isn't very good, but Steel Fist is very good. Full Metal GX is very good, and obviously this Pokemon is a tank Pokemon. Like, it's the theme with tank Pokemon have like Steelix, Torterra, and other Pokemon in the past that are tanks. Even Scizor Prime to an extent. I mean, actually, Scizor Prime did have a very good attack, but usually tank Pokemon that have this sorts of very good tanking effects, they don't do a lot of damage with their big attacks, but the premise is that you're surviving a bunch of hits, you're not dying, and then before you know it, doing 150 for 4, it's actually a very pressuring attack on your opponent when he's not getting knockouts. So I think this is why they designed it like this. So very good card. It's been a while since they made a good standalone tank card. Man, just actual like traditional, conventional tank decks, tank Pokemon are a rarity these days. They made that Scizor GX in Celestial Storm, but it didn't really do much. This might be very good though. It's Attack Team GX, 260 HP is high. You can just straight up start with the Full Metal GX attack. You can put the frying pan on. You can do a bunch of shit. So maybe this might have merit, making a tank metal deck with this guy. A Alolan Diglett. You just do scratch, costless, and that's it. And then this guy with the fucking blonde hair. And I know it's not supposed to be hair, but it's always going to be fucking hair for me. It's always going to piss me off looking at this guy. And I really just like the normal duck trio too, for you guys to know. Hair wall. See, they even mention it here. Like, this isn't supposed to be like hair in the fucking like Pokedex and shit, but they fucking make names like this, like it's hair, and yeah, fuck. Any damage under your metal Pokemon in place reduced by 10. Wow, okay, so I can see where the metal theme is coming here. You can combine this too with the Melmetal Lucario GX. Block even more damage. Nice. And hammering is useless, but the point of this guy is to basically get a bunch of these out. Use the GX attack that Melmetal and Lucario GX do, and then just block a lot of damage throughout the whole game. It's going to be almost impossible to do actual damage to your opponent, let alone get one-hit knockouts. So they're making some dangerous combinations here. This actually, it might end up being strong. I see this guy as being very strong together. We got an Aggron release too. Man, it looks really fly. I can't wait to look at it. Let's look at Aaron first though. You don't do anything special, but I like the art. It's the concept art basically. Cool as shit. And we got Leiron too. During your opponent's next turn, block damage again. Okay. Aggron, don't disappoint me. Okay, looks fucking fly as fuck. Yeah, 170 HP, really good. The one from Crimson Invasion looked excellent as well, but I didn't manage to get. I only got like one just recently actually, and it's difficult to make work. It's not that good. Let's look at this one. It does Type Press 80, and during your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged, put 8 damage counters in the attacking Pokemon. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, it's not the greatest attack in the world, especially since it requires 3 energy to just do 80. But at least you're putting pressure. If your opponent does attack you, it's 160 total for 3 then, and that's not bad. And it's on this Pokemon, so they have to switch this dude and not their own Pokemon to get to basically dodge the effect. So that's nice. I like it. It's not super great, but at least it's solid. We'll take what we can get here. These cards are always shit. So Giga Impact, 160 for 4 of this Pokemon can attack during your next turn. It's not terrible. I guess it could have been worse. Like I've said, we'll take what we can get. I just wish it was better. It should have been like at least 160 for 3. Then maybe it would have been solid. You put a choice band with the Shrine of Punishment. You might have some good damage going there. Get one-hit knockouts and shit. But like this, it's still, I guess you can still do it. It just needs an extra energy, but you've got this effect where you can attack next turn too, and Lapras and all these GX Pokemon, Boswells or Aura, they do the same shit for 3. They just always want to make the Pokemon that I like mediocre or ass. You know what though? If we get it, I'll try it. I think it's probably gonna be shit. Needs a lot of energies to work, but it's at least better than the Crimson Invasion one. It has more going for it. I like the art as well. Aggron, one of my favorite metal Pokemon from the games too. It's nice. Nothing else. It's pretty simple. Just these 2 attacks, solid HP. Just good luck making it work. Lucario. Metal Lucario. It's been a while since we've seen one of these two. I think it came in like Steam Siege or something. Fates Collide. You got low kick, 1 for 40. Okay, good. And then rush up. If you attach the Pokemon tool to this Pokemon from your hand during this turn, 70 more damage. Okay, now that's what the fuck I'm talking about. So if you attach a tool, it basically does 70 plus 60, so that's 130 for 2. So okay, it's not as high as I thought it would be, but it's solid. Now what you can do is you can combine this with one of the Magiarnas or the one Magiarna. I think we only have one available now. That got released in, I think it must be Forbidden Light. I think it's Forbidden Light or maybe Ultra Prism. I don't remember. But there's one of those that Magiarna that you can actually grab tools from your Pokemon and put them into your hand. So you can use this combo and do 130 every turn with this guy. Now the problem is I wish it was doing a lot more damage because it is a stage 1 and there's a bunch of other Pokemon that can do this kind of damage output with ease as well now, and they're not doing much. So I don't know if this guy's gonna do something, but it's solid. 130 HP is good. Retreat is decent, I guess. And you've got that obvious combo going with Magiarna. Since this is stage 1, you might be able to use the Inductress too and get that extra defense that way too. I mean, as long as if you can tank a hit, then 130 for 2 isn't bad. It's just the problem is with 130 you don't quite get a good one shot, and if you're dying it's not good in one hit. So that's the problem. But if you're surviving, then doing 130 for 2 every turn is very nice. Good, I like it. Also a Pokemon that I would use if I would try at least I should say. Genesect. We have quite a few Genesect cards now, I think. Or maybe, no, I think it's only the GX. I'm going crazy. High Speed Speaker. Yeah, nice name. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX, Pokemon has no retreat cost. Okay, that's nice. It's going to have free retreat around the board if they have one around. There's a good chance they will, so it's nice. You got Split Beam. This attack does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So 30 for 3 and then 30 to 2. Fuck. It's not good. It ruined it. If it had a solid attack, it might have been decent, but this ruined it. I mean, so in total, you're doing 90 damage. And that's not good. That is not good, motherfucker. For 3. Too bad. It's too bad they make cards like these. Okay, we got Meltan. This dude I kind of like. The second form, not so much. Melt Steel. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a metal Pokemon, this deck does 40 damage. So I guess this guy's a metal Pokemon hater too. Okay. And the normal Melmetal. Stage 1 with 150 HP. That's high. Once during your turn, you may discard a metal Pokemon from your hand. If you do, heal 100 damage from this Pokemon. Wow. Okay, so they went out of their way to make this guy broken. 150 HP and you heal 100 damage so easily, just discarding a metal energy. I mean, this makes Regigigas look like a pussy. I'm sorry. It's high. It's definitely high healing, easy cost, and it already has very high HP at 150 for stage 1. You can try this guy as a tank too. So, yeah. Heavy Impact is a pretty average attack at best, and 130 for 4. But you can use this as a wall too, and just get away with this. Man. We'll see if these tank Pokemon manage to change shit up in the game. I mean, psychic Pokemon are definitely going to be fucked against them because, like, when you block all this damage and you've got that resistance too, they just will never be able to KO them, no matter what. Like, even if you're something like Necrozma GX, you're going to have trouble. Spearow and Fearow, you did not do anything, and Fearow, you only have 100 HP, and not a free retreat. Shit. Drill Liner Double, or Drill Liner Double, whatever. Flip a coin if heads, discard 2 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. I mean, it's decent damage. You do 70 for 2, so that's 1 DC and you're good to go. And if you get heads, a double energy discard is strong, I will say that. But it's just another coin flip Pokemon for the most part. I guess people would use it to troll. We got Glameow and Pure Ugly, or Purugly, as if you want to call it like that. Blessing, draw a card. This Pokemon is asleep. What's the point of the asleep shit? And what the fuck is... You got this Lumineon there, dead. Is that... is that supposed to be like a stuffed toy or an actual fish that it just died and it's gonna become the food of this cat? I like the art, I'm not gonna lie. It's just that Lumineon that kind of makes things a bit morbid. Law of the jungle, I suppose. Thing is, though, is Lumineon supposed to be this small? I don't know, I think it's bigger than this. But I could be wrong. It's one of those fish Pokemon that... It looks like it would be a big fish when you play the games, but in actuality, like, it's like a small Pokemon if you look at it in the Pokedex. I don't know, it might be. It might be like a dead fish here that this cat is gonna eat. The art here, the Glameow is looking at you at the same time. It's kind of looking at the photo, looking at you with a grin. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna eat this fish. Alright. Oh, okay, some cool shit. Okay. And Beyond Tail, this Pokemon does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon GX or EX. So it's a snipe for 60. Basic Pokemon. I mean, I guess it's a basic Pokemon that can still evolve, so it's a nice attack. If you ever use this as an emergency, I guess. Nice. Okay, so this card is making me laugh. Okay, let's look at this big ass fucking cat here. I think I've seen this before though, like this second form. Did they? It might be like a reprint too. You got Cat Dash, discard one random card from your opponent's hand. If this Pokemon evolved from Glameow during this turn, discard one more. Okay, I don't remember this attack though, but it could be me. Double discard if you evolve this turn. That's kind of fucked up. You do 32. I guess if people want to make some hand destruction decks, this bitch cat is your Pokemon. Yeah, it looks really fucked up here. Like, is that supposed to be like a sink or something? It's sitting there. Yeah, it's sitting in the fucking sink. That's disgusting, man. I mean, I don't own cats and shit, but I don't want my fucking cat being in the fucking sink where we're supposed to be cleaning the dishes, bitch. Anyway, and it does 80 for 3 too. Okay. If you're gonna make a hand destruction deck, you want to attack and discard cards from your hand and use Mars and shit. I mean, I guess it has that Mars thing going for it. Mars discard a card. This Pokemon is her main Pokemon, and you discard cards too. So you can make like that sort of a combo. And next up we got Celesteela GX. I'm guessing this is a reprint, but I could be wrong. No, it's actually a new Celesteela GX. Okay, you got, still has that 200 HP, which is nice. Colorless Pokemon, not metal. That's also kind of cool. And bottom stats are standard, being weak to lightning, fighting resistance, big ass retreat at 4. You got Force Canceller. Reminds me of some Yu-Gi-Oh shit. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, all of your Pokemon will not suffer damage or effects from your opponent's GX attacks. Wow. So once again, this could be an error because it does seem a bit strong. But if it's true, if it's the actual effect, then it's a great effect to have. It's gonna block damage and effects from all GX attacks. Wait, from your opponent's GX attacks, not GX Pokemon. Okay, so this makes it more realistic to be true. So you're basically just immune to GX attacks as long as this guy's active. If this guy's active, your opponent can't use their GX attack unless they just want to waste it. So that's a decent ability. Give your opponent a little bit of a headache there. You got Power Cyclone, 110 for 3, and you move an energy from this Pokemon to your bench. It's nice though, you know what? At 110, it's just a basic Pokemon. You can use any energy. So because of the flexibility and that you can save like a DCE on this dude, or any energy for that matter, then 110 is decent enough. And Discovery GX, put your prize cards in your hand, then put the previous amount of prize cards from the top of your deck face down as your new prize cards. And if you have less cards in your deck than prize cards, this attack does nothing. I don't like this attack very much because you're spending your GX attack basically to just grab your prize cards and then put cards from your deck as prize cards. So it's not that cool. Unless you really just want to get the cards in your prizes, you really think you need them. Otherwise, it doesn't seem like a good idea to spend your GX attack for this shit. So I don't like this GX attack, even if it costs 1 energy. But the other two things, the ability and Power Cyclone, are nice. 200 HP is of course nice. Decent little colorless Pokemon. It just sucks that the GX attack is kind of shit, if I'm being honest. It doesn't even do damage. Like if it did like let's say 100 damage for 1, and then you make this effect, then maybe it would have been good. Okay, and now we're down to the trainers, and what do we got here? We got Devolution Spray Z. Like Dragon Ball Z, you got Devolution Spray Z. What the fuck? Select an evolution Pokemon and remove as many evolution cards as you like to devolve that Pokemon. Shuffle the evolution cards back in your deck. The devolved Pokemon can attack during this turn. So yeah, this is definitely like some enhanced Devolution Spray shit. You can devolve it as many times, so you can even get like a stage 1 and a stage 2 at the same time. But you put them into your deck and you can't even attack. I know this card is definitely going to have a lot of interactions. A lot of decks that are going to appreciate having a card like this and using it. And what do we got? We got Beast Bringer. Looks like one of those. What does it remind me of? I mean, this sort of design could remind me of many things. But what do? If you have 6 prize cards remaining? So I guess you gotta use it straight up in the beginning. If the Ultra Beast this card is attached to knocks out a Pokemon GX or Pokemon NX, take 1 more prize card. Oh my god, why are they making these broken cards? Like, do Ultra Beasts not have enough support already? This is a broken effect on any... if it was like support for anything, period, not just Ultra Beasts. So basically what you do is, if you haven't taken any prize cards, so in the beginning, this card basically lets you get a free prize when you knock out your first, when you take out your first knockout, you're gonna get an additional prize. That's basically what it says. Then it's gonna become a dead tool, but I mean it did its job. It got you an extra prize. That's broken, man. That's really broken. Like fucking Buzzle GX can use this. You can put this on Buzzle GX. You do a little cheap damage, you know, with an expanded with strong energy, Deancy, Regirock or some shit. And I mean, I guess you won't be able to have like a muscle band or something on. But let's say you get an easy knockout like that on a 60 HP Pokemon. Your opponent is playing, trying to evolve. You basically got like 2 prizes like that easily. Like you knocked out an EX or GX or something. It's strong. It's a strong tool, that's for sure. I mean, I guess if you run multiple of these, just to get this effect off, once you get the effect, then you have a bunch of dead cards. And if you just run one, then maybe you won't see it, but I guess you can search tools with toolbag. It does have a few like downsides that might not be obvious, but it does have them. But it's just more good than bad if you ask me. The effect is kind of broken, so it makes up for this. It makes up for any small negatives it would have. And we got Metal Barrier. Oh my god, even more like Metal Defense shit. Discard this card at the end of your opponent's next turn. Any damage done to the metal Pokemon this card is attached to is reduced by 7. Fuck me. Are they fucking serious? 70 freaking damage being blocked. Dude, you're gonna block 70 damage in addition to all the other damage they can block. Like, I swear to God, if you make like a Lucario Melmetal GX deck with those fucking Alolan Dugtrios and then you run a card like this too, I just can't see how your opponent is gonna be able to touch you. Like at this point, even a fire Pokemon won't hit you, won't be able to kill them in one hit and shit with weakness. And you've got things like the Ultra of the Sun too. Oh my god. And the Frying Pan. Yeah, I think they're really just making a lot of effort to make this tank strategies become the new broken thing. We'll see what happens. You got Ultra Forest Carton Boy. Ultra Forests. I don't get it. But yeah, this dude with this sort of fucking Chinese hat or whatever the fuck. I mean, I guess this hat would be in Japan too. I don't know. Is this sort of hat you would see in Asia? In some old school movies and shit. Damage done to your opponent's Pokemon by your Ultra Beast is not affected by any effect on your opponent's active Pokemon. What? Damage done to your opponent's Pokemon by your Ultra Beast. I see. Okay, so you put this, it's a supporter. It must be a supporter. Or maybe it's a normal trainer. I think it's a normal trainer. I don't know. Normally, since it's a dude, it should be a supporter. But basically what it means is that if your opponent, let's say, is using these defensive ass strategies with the metal Pokemon, this guy's going to ignore them. Like, no matter how much damage they're supposed to block, they won't block it with this guy. He makes your Ultra Beast ignore basically effects and shit, so that's nice. With this, you can hit Safeguard Pokemon too. I keep saying Safeguard, it's not the ability, but you guys know, like Hoopa, Ninetales, a little Ninetales, and all these guys. It should be able to go through them. I'm pretty sure it's a supporter. Okay, next up we got the one that I really like, supporter as well. Green Search. I'm really happy they're finally making a card for this character. Green. If you guys don't know, I mean, I haven't checked like the Pokemon manga myself. I've been meaning to for years. There's a bunch of different mangas, but this is like the original Green or Blue. It should be called Blue in Japan and Green in English. But yeah, it's supposed to be Blue. It's called Green Search here. Green Search here. So this card cannot be played if you have any Pokemon with abilities in play. But what it does is you search your deck for 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So this basically makes you, in decks where you don't want to play abilities, like for example, in my Umbreon GX deck, the only Pokemon with abilities I have is Eevee, and that's only because I can instantly just attach Darkness Energy and get Umbreon out. And then I can easily use Weavile and do lots of spread. So this card is very, very, very handy. It just gives me 2 trainers just like that. I mean, that deck is still going to be inconsistent no matter what when you can't use abilities. You can't use things like Lilin, Jirachi, whatever. But it's really nice. Decks that don't play abilities are really going to appreciate this card. Just something that helps them out a lot, making them more relevant. So very, very nice. Green. I want to call her blue because that's her real name. I go with the original shit. Then we got Molian or Molian, however you pronounce this guy. It's this science doctor nerd dude from Sun and Moon. He's kind of cool, I guess. I liked him in the game a bit. It's got nothing on Chorus and Steven, but he's a cool steel type guy, I guess, kind of. So this card cannot be played unless you discard 2 metal energies from your hand. Okay, I don't like this. It's kind of like Crash Awake. Reveal a trainer card from your discard pile and shuffle it into your deck. Dude, you're telling me this fucking ass effect is what I get by discarding 2 metal energies? I hope it's an error because this effect is terrible. It's fucking terrible, man. You don't even get the shit in your hand. You shuffle it back in the deck. Man, I'm sorry, but this makes Crash Awake seem like the best card in the world. Like, seriously. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm not gonna lie. If this is the actual effect, this is like the worst supporter in the entire Sun and the Moon era. Like, might be one of the worst supporters ever made. Might even be the worst supporter of all time. Who the fuck knows? Like, it really makes Bill and Mom's Kindness from DP look like solid supporters. Seriously. It's basically a double cost to shuffle a card back in the deck, a trainer. Fuck me. Okay, an unmanned power plant is probably going to be a stadium for, I was going to say metal Pokemon, but no, it actually has a very good effect. All Pokemon GX and Pokemon EX in play have no abilities. Alright, some cool EX series shit going here with these broken ass stadiums. This is going to block, negate all EX and Pokemon GX abilities in play. And this is definitely a stadium that's going to see a lot of fucking play. I mean, I think Shrine of Punishment is still very good, of course, but you guys are going to see people are going to use this and trying to shut down certain decks. It definitely makes all these Pokemon GX with abilities lose a lot more merit with this card being around when it comes around. So nice, very good. We got Ultra Ball reprint, Beat String reprint, Metal Frying Pan reprint, and Acerola reprint. I think she looks kind of nice here. She's trying to scare. Oh no, she's not trying to scare kids. It's like these kids are crying and she's trying to calm them down or do some shit to fix the situation. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But it's basically Acerola. Or Aguerola, as I used to call her. And then we got the full arts here. Got this green search. A freaking fly, man. Freaking fly. Not bad. Not bad at all. You got this Molian dude. Fuck. It's just... I swear to God, like, your effect is shit if it's real. It's the shittiest effect ever. Mount Coronet Secret Rare. You got these other Secret Rare trainers here. And that's basically this Full Metal wall set, guys. It definitely lives up to the name. I take back what I said in the beginning. The metal support here, tank defense shit is top dog, like second to none. They're really going all out this time to make these metal Pokemon, the defensive strategy thing, work. And you know, it might sound fucked up. You guys might think, man, these Pokemon aren't going to do anything, but I really think that it just might be enough to make them really strong. I mean, it might be like slow, I guess, to get a bunch of the Ductrios out and you use your GX attack with the Lucario Melmetal GX, but there's a lot of defensive merit using them. I mean, I really liked Pheromosa and Buzzwole GX. It was a great Pokemon, but compared to the metal shit in here, like I wonder if any of these other Pokemon like have a chance when people will be using these metal Pokemon. Lots of good stuff though. So I guess if you really want to use tank shit, then this is your set. Like you'll be happy when this set comes out. If you liked using Pokemon like the Steelix Prime way back then, if you liked using uh, Torterra from Unleashed, if you liked using the Wizard Steelix and you liked using Steelix, you liked using Scissor Prime and these sorts of Pokemon. I can't think of any other metal Pokemon here, but like the Delta species Pokemon, metal Pokemon too, the EX era. This might be your set. Anyways, uh, I'm gonna wrap this video up, guys. I'm getting kind of tired here, but it's definitely a fucking set that screams abuse. It screams shit is changing when I'm coming out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this set review. Leave you guys comments and thoughts below. I want to see what you guys think, if these cards are going to be good or not. Thank you guys for watching. As always, hope you guys subscribe and leave a like and share this video with your friends. And also check out if you want to follow me, I always have my social media stuff on my description. I never mentioned this. It might be like the first time I'm mentioning this, but if you want to keep updated, if you're not on YouTube all the time, you want to have me added on Facebook, Twitter, even Instagram. I don't post shit on Instagram anymore, but you can add me there and subscribe to my channel, of course. I have all sorts of Pokemon TCG content always coming up, retro and contemporary. And I've been meaning to make another OG EX series set review, but I'm covering these Japanese ones. They kind of take priority. We'll get to it eventually. EX Home with Phantoms is going to be next. But hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Cerebro94, we'll say